Welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Essie Gaston Edwards in for Junior Garcia. Here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. 3 men shot, St. Croix cultural music legend passes away, and Wang Louis Hospital offers free mammograms. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
TV8 News is brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total, you know where to turn.
In tonight's top story, 3 men in St. Thomas were injured by gunfire while awaiting a ride along a highway after their vehicle became disabled. Melody Rames has more.
Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives on St. Thomas are investigating a shooting that injured 3 male victims. The victims said that they were waiting on the side of the road for a ride since their vehicle broke down. Police were notified of the incident on June 30th at about 4 a.m. The victims were taken to the Schneider Regional Medical Center in a private vehicle for treatment. According to the preliminary investigation, the 3 men were near their disabled vehicle when they say another vehicle approached the area. As the vehicle passed the Splash and Dash car wash, unknown occupants inside the vehicle began firing shots at the victims. One victim was struck in his right shoulder, another in his right foot, and the third was injured in his left thigh. According to medical personnel, the victims were treated and released from the hospital the same day. This case is under investigation by the Criminal Investigation Bureau. Persons with information regarding this incident are asked to contact detectives at 714-9834 or 715-5522. You can also call 911 or make an anonymous call to Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS. You can also text USVI plus your message to crimes. That's 274637.
In other news, many across the territory and around the globe are mourning the recent passing of iconic St. Croix Quelbe musician Jamesy Brewster. Cynthia Graham has the details.
Jamesy Brewster was born in 1929 on St. Croix. Jamesy's Quelbe music is synonymous with Virgin Islands culture, Governor John DeYoung said. He was truly a music giant from the Virgin Islands who mastered the music form that is today the official music of the Virgin Islands. He said Brewster was an ambassador for the Virgin Islands because he introduced Quelbe music to the world on frequent trips to Denmark and through his recording of a pair of albums with a Danish band. "We have lost a true musical giant and Virgin Islands culture bearer," said Senate President Sean Michael Malone. Senator Alicia Chucky Hansen said the Happy Seven was one of the most popular bands in the Virgin Islands and is remembered for great songs such as Ram Goat, Sardine Pan, and many others.
Channel 8 extends our condolences to all those who knew and loved Mr. Brewster. He will be missed. New tonight, the University of the Virgin Islands has named Dr. Benjamin Sachs interim dean of its pending medical school. According to a statement released Monday from UVI, Sachs is engaged in the early stages of preparing documentation for the Liaison Committee of Medical Education, the medical school accreditation organization for the United States and Canada, and developing the organizational structure of the medical school. UVI announced plans to develop a medical school in the Virgin Islands in April, along with the receipt of a $30 million gift from New Generation Power and its chairman, Dr. Chiranjeev Kathuria, to fund the school's development stage. The UVI Medical School would be the only English-speaking medical school in the Caribbean accredited by the LCME if the plan passes muster. The wholesale price of regular and premium gasoline went up again yesterday, which means drivers on St. Croix could feel more pain at the pump. The change will raise the rack rate, the price of fuel purchased wholesale at the Hovensa truck loading station on St. Croix for regular and premium gasoline by 4 cents per gallon and for diesel fuel by 5 cents per gallon. Under today's adjustments, independent gas station operators in the territory now are paying $3.63 per gallon for regular gasoline, $3.84 per gallon for premium gasoline, and $3.50 per gallon for diesel fuel fuel when they buy their fuel wholesale at Hovensa. Those prices include the 14 cents per gallon tax that Hovensa collects for the government. The rack rates influence retail gasoline prices in the territory because independent gas station operators can buy their gasoline at the loading station, then resell it to their customers. The new rates are effective through Sunday. Ballots for the 2014 primary have been mailed out to military and overseas voters as of June 30th, according to Caroline Fox, supervisor of the election systems of the Virgin Islands.
Supervisor Fox recognizes that the ballots have been sent out later than the mandated time period as per the Military and Overseas Voter Empowerment Act. Ballots have been issued late for reasons beyond our control as we transition to a new system which required an extensive review and editing of the ballots, which caused delay, she said. Supervisor Fox also wishes to remind the public that July 15, 2014 is the deadline for receipt of absentee applicants for those who fall under the Uniformed and Overseas Citizens Absentee Voting Act.
Stay tuned for more news after this.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And now here is Cynthia Graham with your nightly Caribbean report.
Thank you, Essie. A crowd of an estimated 25,000 people packed into Jamaica's Halfway Tree Square on Sunday for a mass rally organized by church groups to take a stance against what they have described as the push by the LGBT community to victimize those who speak out against its agenda. The 4-hour rally, organized by the newly formed civil society group Jamaica Cause, showcased speakers in support of traditional family values. Our emancipation means standing up for strong families. Our emancipation means standing against the homosexuality agenda. Emancipation for us means standing up against the repealing of the buggery law, said Alvin Bailey, chairman of the rally. Jamaica's buggery law makes it illegal for men to be involved in same-sex relationships, a crime punishable with up to 10 years imprisonment and hard labor. A number of Guyanese were reportedly beaten last Friday by Venezuelan soldiers at the border Guyana shares with Venezuela. Guyana Defense Force Chief of Staff Brigadier Mark Phillips said it was not a clash of armies, as no Guyanese soldiers were involved in the alleged incident. According to a number of media reports, a selection of Venezuelan soldiers acting independently of the Venezuelan army crossed the border and assaulted a group of men and women minors in an area called Bruck-Up Falls. There have so far been no further reports on the location and well-being of the Guyanese. And finally tonight, here's some good news out of St. Martin. The island's Art Saves Lives Foundation has received a generous donation made from the Seven Seas Waters St. Martin organization. The donation was made in the form of a check recently presented to representatives of the youth group and will assist the foundation in fulfilling its overall objectives geared toward youth empowerment. Seven Seas Waters St. Martin is delighted with the opportunity to contribute towards the group and has made the donation in an effort to facilitate the foundation's cross-cultural exchange between youth in need and experienced practicing artists who seek to use their talents for positive change. And this has been tonight's Caribbean Report. I'm Cynthia Graham. We'll be back here tomorrow to bring you more news and views from in and around the Caribbean. Back to you, Essie.
Thank you, Cynthia. Through funds received from the legislature last year, St. Croix's Wang F. Louis Hospital is offering 10 free mammograms through the end of July to local women who are in need.
Breast cancer is the second leading cause of death among women in the U.S. Virgin Islands. With this in mind, JFL has embarked on expanding the level of services provided to help save the lives of women by providing specialized health care that requires a continuum of services from prevention to recovery, such as the Women's Health Imaging Suite. We will offer these services here with an integrated approach to include general radiology, ultrasonography, breast cancer screening, mammography, and bone density. So these are some of the services that you can continue to expect here at the Women Imaging Suite.
All of the members of the legislature, even recently in the 30th legislature, we appropriated $8,000 to subsidize mammographies for women who are uninsured. And so it's an effort not just from me, but all of my colleagues believe in this initiative, and you have the facility to show for it. And you have hired mammographers, is what you said you were? Mammographers. And when the lady walked out of the room, I felt like I was at the Cleveland Clinic. This is a beautiful facility with very, very highly qualified individuals who care about women, and women feel welcomed here. And that's really what we want.
They have been nothing short of professional. Every time you come in here, you're always welcome with a smile. They're always willing to help. And most of the time when I see women sitting waiting for their studies, they're always very relaxed, very comfortable, because I know it's a very anxious and scary thing to come to do a mammogram, especially if you know you've had some issues in the past. And so I think the congratulations go to them for making the center what it is. And also Louis staff, I think this is one shining example of what we can do when we all put our heads and our hands together.
It's important that we know our bodies. We have to know when something is wrong so we can say to the doctors, this wasn't here yesterday. I didn't feel like this yesterday. This is not normal for me. Normal for you and normal for your mother, your sister, or anybody else is two different things. So please, on a regular basis, do your self-check. Remember, initially I said I found my lump. It's important that you do your self-checks, and it's important that you do your yearly mammogram. Mine is scheduled for tomorrow, right here.
I'd like to reiterate the Patient Family Council, the sort of development that we're looking at is the public-private partnerships going forward in this program. It's very important. The Community Foundation at Virgin Islands is where we advise people who have funds, would like to donate to the program for women to have. In October, actually, we did 13 free mammograms from the funds from the legislature. And in a commemoration for our first year, we're offering 10 free mammograms, and these are for people who are uninsured and indigent. So if you know anybody, just have them call us up. The offer is open to the end of next month, on end of July, and then we close off again and prepare for our next hour. We'll be having these periodically, depending on the amount of funds that we have available to offer free mammograms.
More news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally tonight, in an effort to provide greater civic engagement among the territory's youth, the Legislative Youth Advisory Council invites the public to attend any of 3 town hall meetings being held across the territory.
Good day, my name is Kishan Lewis.
My name is Kevin Dixon.
Good day. My name is Anuma Davis Kahina, and we're all a part of the Legislative Youth Advisory Council. We're here to invite the community to come out and support our 3 upcoming youth town hall meetings that will be taking place on St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. My colleague Keyshawn Lewis is going to be giving you the dates and times of these town hall meetings.
On July 7th, it will take place on St. Thomas Irby Atley Legislative Hall from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. On St. John, it will take place at the Legislative Conference Room on July 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. On St. Croix, it will take place at the First Elizabeth Legislative Conference Room from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I hope to see you participation and youth organization administrators there.
we encourage the community, our peers, and youth organizations to come out and support this town hall meeting. We'll be discussing topics such as civic engagement, how the youth can get involved in elections, and on different things that are affecting our youths in the community. We as a Legislative Youth Advisory Council, we want to connect with our community and our peers and engage you guys to see how we can serve as a bridge between the youth and the legislature.
As my colleague, Mr. Kevin Dixon, said, please come out and support. This is about the youth, for the youth, by the youth. Please show your support towards this initiative. 3 town hall meetings, so you can't say just because on St. Croix you can't come, or it's on St. Thomas you can't come. Come out and support. Keyshawn Lewis is going to give you the number that can be found by him as well.
If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach me at Senator Nelson's office, our legislative chair, at 712-2210.
Again, my name is Anuma Davis Kahina.
My name is Kevin Dixon.
And my name is Keyshawn Lewis, and we look forward to seeing you there.
And we are again the LYAC, the LEAC, Legislative Youth Advisory Council. Thank you and have a beautiful day.
Your weather report is up next.
Your weather, coming up next. Your weather.
And now it's time for your weather report.
Tonight, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 73. East wind 13 to 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Wednesday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 82. East wind 15 to 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Wednesday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy with a low around 81. East-northeast wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. On Thursday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Sunny with a high near 84. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. And Thursday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy with the low around 81. East wind around 17 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News Weather.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8 and follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News. Be sure to subscribe to Channel 8 on YouTube at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Watch us on your computer, plus use the free Dish Anywhere app to DVR or see us anywhere in the world on your smartphone or tablet. And that concludes the news broadcast we have for you this evening. From all of us here at News Channel 8, I'm Essie Gaston Edwards. World News is up next. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
TV8 News was brought to you by Total Excellium. More protection, more miles. Total. You know where to turn.